Good morning. Welcome to Rosie's Way. And I say morning because it's only 9:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. I had to take my Betsy, those who know me, my little SUV in because she needed an oil change. I'm telling you, let me tell you. Anyways, go grab some tea or coffee and some scones, maybe some pastries, and come sit with me. I'll tell you something. I was driving yesterday. Oh, let me turn this camera around. Hold on. Let me turn the camera. Thank you for coming back. Watch, like, subscribe, and share. Okay, come on. Be right back. So I'm back. So anyways, I had to go get some Diet Coke. Yeah, I know it's 9:30 in the morning, but you heard my voice. It's dusty in the apartment, so, yeah, I'm sticking to that because I don't have a cold. Oh, the sun is beautiful. Maybe I should put it behind me so I don't have a shadow on my face. Hold on, let me just turn this around. Hold on a second. Bear with me. Is that better? Then you see all that nastiness over there. I just decided to sit on somebody's front door stoop. That's okay. Let me move my purse over to this side and my Diet Coke over to this side. Okay, just don't look at the background because this is not my street. I'm just waiting for Betsy to get repaired. Let me put up my hood because it's a bit chilly. So how you doing? Did you have a good Friday day off? Family-wise and school, kids-wise, school-wise, work-wise? Or did you not get it off at all? Here in Canada, the Friday was a holiday for, I don't know, we don't even know what holiday. I truly don't know. But the kids didn't have to go to school. I didn't have to go to school. My eldest daughter didn't have to go to college. She had the day off too, so go figure. But some of her classmates had classes, so anyways. Is that better? Hold on. There we go. So I was trying to tell you, yesterday, because it was our day off, I didn't film it. I didn't video it because I was spending time with my daughters, and it was just, we needed that time out, the girls' time out, Just to go and window shop, and we went to Renaissance. Ooh, Renaissance, if you don't know, Renaissance is a huge surplus store. And I say surplus in the sense of used items. Some in brand new, some not brand new. And they have some great deals, for families that just, or everybody. It's not just for families on a budget or people on a budget. It's for everyone. I don't get that shadow. Okay. So, anyways, Betsy now, I guess for about a month now, Betsy being my little SUV, started doing one of this, not the engine, the muffler. So, I won't say who. Somebody drove her and went over a speed bump, a few of them really fast, and bottomed out about a month and a half ago. And then after that, it started making a little noise, and now the noise is louder. So I have a feeling, I'm not an expert, so I'm just saying, I'm guessing that my muffler got damaged. But now when I start her because of the cold, smoke comes out of the muffler. So I'm like, no, Bets, no. Because remember, I'm not giving up Betsy. Her engine's mint. Anyways, I noticed that she had a little bit of, I think I overfilled her oil about 2 months ago. But keep in mind, I hadn't moved her for almost a year because I just took the bus and I walked, and her oil needed to be changed because it's supposed to be every 5,000 kilometers. But I didn't think nothing of it because I wasn't driving her. Well, I got Betsy. I don't know what I brought her in for recently. That cost me like $400. That was a couple months ago. Then now I went yesterday. Anyways, go back to the story. I'm just going off track. Sorry. We went shopping, window shopping, and we had lunch together. My daughters, Matea and Isabella, and myself. And we just, we bonded even more. But as we were driving Betsy, I noticed that there's the odd times, like I'm watching somebody right now and there's smoke coming out of their muffler. So the mechanic said it's more than like a condensation, or I researched, the mechanic this morning said that, but I also researched and said it could be the engine coolant is getting into the oil. There's a leak in the engine coolant, so it's an easy replace. Or it could be multiple things, but more than likely because the engine's not overheating, it's not even showing hot, nothing like that. It's the oil needs to be changed, and because the oil, when I pulled over yesterday, I had to because there's smoke all of a sudden coming out of Betsy, and I had been driving her for maybe 25-30 minutes, but it wasn't coming out of the engine, thank God. It was coming out of the muffler. So I was just like, oh, okay, here we go. I pulled over thinking her oil's low because I talk to my vehicles, I talk to my kids, I talk to my plants, I talk to nature, and I talk to Betsy. I'm like, Betsy, what's wrong, girl? Come on, we can do this. Let's get to a gas station. Sure enough, when I pulled over thinking I had a spare bottle of oil, because I usually keep a spare bottle of oil and a spare bottle of radiator fluid in my trunk. So I thought, okay, it's there. But lo and behold, because of what I've been going through for the last several weeks, and mostly for the last few weeks, my mind wasn't even there to realize that I had bought oil, put it in when I found the little leak, little bit of drops on the tarmac, like my driveway, and I put the whole bottle in, thinking I only put a half a bottle in. So I pull over off of Busy Street yesterday, and I go to get the bottle, and I kept the old bottle. So yeah, it was empty. Rose, it was empty. So I was like, no. And along Jean Talon and I forget the other road that we were on, there's no gas stations. There's hardly, I think there was one, and it was so far down. So I'm like, oh please, oh please, oh please. Then my whole mood started changing because I had the girls in the car, and I'm thinking, I knew in my heart that it was oil. Like I knew it, because I could also smell the oil, which means if I can smell the oil burning, her oil is really low. So I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So finally, Matea gets a Google, and we take side streets, and we get to the gas station, and I buy a bottle of oil. When I opened that oil, the what do you call it, oil tank to pour it in, was the oil not completely gone? Her oil was completely gone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. I just put oil in her like a month ago, but then that noise started a month and 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I'm thinking, I didn't think nothing of it. And I usually say, okay, I need an oil change. I don't go far. I go to school, I go to work, I come home. That's it, right? The oil was completely emptied. And then hence the engine was, not the engine, the muffler was smoking because Betsy was actually running off fumes in the oil. I poured that bottle in, and the bottle didn't even, okay, you know how you look inside and you can see where the oil sits? I looked in, I put my finger in, and the oil was just at the tip of my finger after I poured a whole bottle in. So I love this little SUV. Now, I'm not materialistic, but I am letting her go. Now, mind you, if it's gonna cost me $1,000 to fix her, I gotta park her until I can find that one special mechanic who can take an engine and put it into the same body that I have on Betsy in better shape. Does that make sense? So now enough of that boring stuff. So we ended up driving back home, and then I said I'm taking her in today, which is Saturday morning, because she needs an oil change. Her oil is dirty. I got to take her in. So I took her in just now, and I said, how long will it take? He said, oh, half an hour for an oil change. And can you believe an oil change is $80 now? $80? Oh my gosh. And this guy's really good. But $80 for an oil change. And I think that's a good price, I'm assuming, because he's not the type of person who would rip any customers off. He's a good spirit. He's the Leroy, I'll get it out, don't worry, it's coming. Leroy de Alima, finish and mechanic. The king of alignment, tires, and mechanism. What do you know what I'm saying? That's how you translate it. Anyways, you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't stop laughing. But so I took it into him, and actually I'm sitting on the stoop because I can see the shop from where I'm sitting. I don't want to go all the way back home and then come back. It's not that far from home, but I'd rather just sit and enjoy the fresh air. Now that I've rambled on. Yeah, so anyways, we go to the big plaza yesterday where Renaissance was. They had some amazing stuff. The place was so crowded. Everybody was shopping for winter clothes and whatnot. And this is, I gotta tell you this joke. We're standing there. So if you know me and you watch my vlogs, and if you know me from past 4 blogs, you know I did private security, regular security, private bodyguarding, bouncing for over 35 years. So I always go on red alert when I notice something that's off in the store, and I will tell this shop owner, I will tell the store owners, because it's not fair that somebody goes and takes something and steals it and all the prices have to go up because of that individual. You know what I mean? So, and I also can notice floor walkers. We call them floor walkers. They're in-store security. But yesterday it kind of teed me off because I'm with my daughters. Remember, this place is huge. This Renaissance is huge. It's at Cotoner's Plaza. And I see this one lady. Now, I thought, okay, when I first walked in, she was near the front, like where the checkout line was. And I walk in with my children, and all of a sudden, I see her shopping again. So I'm like, oh, Lord, girl, I spotted you a mile away. She comes back, and I'm in one aisle. My Bella is in one aisle, and Taya is in the other aisle. And I see her picking through clothes, which it's not really picking through clothes. You know what I mean? One of these. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So, I call Taya. We have this, we can communicate, and I'm like, Tay, and she looks up, and I'm like, and Taya looks over, and she's like, I go, when she came down to me, I go, this is annoying, and she's like, why? I go, I'll tell you in a second. So the woman then walks past, looks at Bella while Bella's going through clothes, because Bella's tiny, so she can't see Bella. So she wants to make sure that Bella's not taking stuff off the rack and putting it in under the bottom of the cart, because we had our coats, because it was hot in there, and we had our coats on the bottom. Anyways, she realizes that, but then she looks at my little one, and I was just like, So I said to my daughter in Jamaican, I said, if this woman, this in-store security does not move away from us and go find people who are really stealing, I'm gonna say something. And my big daughter starts to laugh. So then I turn around, I look the lady dead in her face like this. And I look again. And she kind of pulls back, and then she starts walking past me, trying to pretend that she's actually shopping in another aisle. So I follow her with one of these stairs. And she goes to the back wall, and she pretends she's looking through coats. Now, keep in mind, there's a guy with a big bag, another guy with an open knapsack, another guy with the clothes rolled up near his open jacket. You got another guy who's doing laps around the store, carrying the same suit jacket, trying to find a spot to go do whatever he has to do. But she's following us. So I'm like, okay. So then I say it in English perfectly. I don't say it in Jamaican. I said, listen, there's too many store security in here following the wrong people. I say it to my daughter, but make it sure enough I can say it so this person can hear. As soon as I said it, she stays away from us. Like, she literally goes and actually finds the guy with the open backpack and the open bag and the open other bag and the open coat. But then I think we're like, because we have fun. Like when we go thrift shopping or whatever, I'm cracking jokes. I'll hold something up and Bella will crack a joke and Taya will be like, oh my gosh, oh. But you know, we're stupid funny, if you know what that means. It's love. And then this other guy comes by, and an attractive male comes by, and he starts talking to Bella. And And I look at Bella, I'm like this, and she loves people. She loves to, hey, how are you? She loves to hug, she loves to kiss, and I have to pull her back. She's a lot like me. She just loves people. And I let her say hi, and he's like, and she had a hula hoop, and he goes, show me how to use it. I turned around, I looked at him, and I go, Bella goes, okay. She doesn't even look at me. She just says, okay, and she starts doing the hula hoop, and he goes, that's good. I go, put that down, and I smile at the guy, and he goes, oh, I remember those when I was a kid. I go, so do I. Come here, Bella. And Bella's like, oh, but I go, So she comes over. She knows that. So she comes over, and then guy does a lap around the aisle and comes back and starts talking to her again. But he didn't see me standing further in the aisle. And Bella looks up, and I look at her, and I go, come over here. Like this, and I smile, and she's like, phew. She comes right beside me. I go, Belle, no. Ignore him. And she's like, okay, mama. We got to be careful with our children. We got to be careful. We got to protect them with our lives. Because there's people out there who'll give you that bright smile, and then when you're distracted, not my baby. Not my baby. Nope. Especially after what she's been going through these last few weeks at home. Nobody's going to hurt her. Nobody. So then we end up having some more fun. And then it's like, we end up spending about 2 hours in there thrifting. Oh, my knees started to hurt. My feet started to hurt. But I didn't want to complain. But then I had to complain. I'm like, I'm going to go pay for whatever we got. We're going. And then we had a nice lunch. Okay, that's not true. The lunch was terrible. The food was terrible. We went to this regular place. I won't call it out. And we usually get fish and we usually get shrimp at a cost. And if anybody knows Côte de Neige Mall, they know where I'm talking. And sorry about that. My arm's getting tired. Hold on. And I got. I'm not a pasta person. I'm not a noodle person. I just wanted the chicken or the fish. My daughter forgot. She went and got me chicken fried rice, and I didn't eat it. Like I brought it home, but I was excited for the chicken. Okay, tell me why that the chicken I put in my mouth tasted like somebody took a bottle of syrup and poured it over top of it and caramelized it. I took 2 bites and my blood pressure went up. My sugar level went up. I was like, no. Then I took a shrimp out because they're full shrimp and they're big shrimp. They didn't clean them out. I could see, that black line, and people say, I don't want to, I'm saying what it is. Inside, I had to break them down, pull off the head, take that out, wipe it out so Bella could eat it. I'm like, they must have changed owners or something, because before it was amazing. The food was just horrible. And for me and Bella to have, I think it's like 10 pieces of shrimp, which before was a great price. And I got her little tiny spring rolls. And she had noodles and chicken. And I ended up getting the rice and chicken. It was $35. But mind you, I did not eat mine. And the food was horrible. I'm hoping other people tell them so they go back to what they were. Because the food before was amazing. But now it's... But anyways... We still ended up, bonding and talking about how horrible the food was. But my big daughter's food was great. She was just like, okay, I'm sorry you guys have, okay. I'm like looking at her going, really? But she just looked at me like, but it was fun. So I'm out here, sitting here, talking to you all on a Saturday morning. I'm sitting on cement. My bum is numb. Too much information? Too bad. You're supposed to be sitting here beside me. Come on now. Holy. But the day looks like it's going to be gorgeous. I thank God that I woke up this morning. Thank you, Yeshua. Let me ask you a question. Do you use the name God, Yeshua, Jah, or the Almighty? It doesn't matter as long as you worship one, and that's Yahweh, right? A little bit of education right there. So let me show you how bright the sun is. Hold on. You see it? Now, that's beating down on me. And yes, I have my hood up, but it's because it's chilly outside. So that's I may zoom in. I don't know if you can see it across the street there. That's where Betsy is. I think she's still sitting out there. Oh no, he brought her in. That's where I'm getting the oil change in. And that's, let me zoom in a little bit more. Oh, that's the best I can do for... This guy's really honest. He's really good. And he was recommended to me by even the CAA driver that, that came and got us a few months back. And the other shops along here, they recommended him for good deals and good prices. So that's what I've been coming to. Oh, what's that? Okay, you know what I forgot to tell you guys the other day? I forgot to tell you 2 things. Do you remember the vlog and if you don't remember, go back to it. 2 vlogs ago when I did a vlog at the new store in our neighborhood along St. Michel Boulevard, and he had a little bit of everything. It was kind of like a, not a Dollarama, it's better than a Dollarama. It had just a little section of everything that you need. Hardware, bed supplies, pots, kitchen, everything for the house, everything. And I told you that they had pretty good prices. Just go watch the vlog. And I can't pronounce the name of the store, but it's in the vlog. It's 2 vlogs ago, and it was about them being new in the neighborhood, and I was trying to, help them. They were helping me out. I went back in there to get some stuff for the house, and he told me that if anybody comes in there and mentions Rosie's Way, he'll give them a 15% discount off their total. So that's amazing. So this is the test. Go back and watch my vlog from 2 vlogs ago when I did a vlog on that new store. You find out the name of the store, go to him, and he will give you 15% off everything that you buy in the store. And he told me that as long as you tell him that Rosie's Way sent you, Rosie's Way sent you, they will give you 15%. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that awesome? Yay! Go and visit. They're on St. Michel Boulevard. Go watch the vlog. You'll see. You'll see it because I show you a little bit of everything. If you see something in there that you like or want, go visit them. 15% off. Oh, another big plane's coming in. I love watching these planes land. Can you see it? I don't know if I can zoom in somewhere. How about now? They're getting ready to land. I can sit and watch that from my front and back patio all day. I know boring, eh? But I find it exciting because I visualize and I put it on my vision board that I'll be traveling soon to go do mission work. And by God's grace, I will be. Because He's cleared a path for me and given me a breakthrough. And now it's up to me to go back to do what I love, which is travel the world and do mission work. In the meantime, I shouldn't, you know what? Oh, see, is it too bright? Can you still see it? I'm following it. I'm following it. Hold on a second. Actually, I shouldn't say travel the world because there's a lot of places I would love to go that I haven't gone to and then it's too dangerous to go into. Now, it's not about traveling the world for pleasure. It's traveling to do mission work. I should have said it that way. Does that make sense to you? Because I love doing mission work. I love doing mission work. But this time I learned. And I've learned from 13 years of torture not to fall in love with people I meet overseas while doing mission work. It doesn't pan out well at all. But you know what I got? I got 2 beautiful daughters out of it, so I am happy. I am grateful. And it was a learning experience that I wouldn't want ever to do on my worst enemy or to relive again. But I would go through that pain just for my daughters. I'm out. And it feels so good. It feels so good. And the funny thing is, it's like a radar. You know, I don't wear my rings, and people who know me know I didn't take them off for like 13 years unless I was washing my hand or going to work. It's like they know. They look at my hand. I go, and they're like, I'm like, I won't go into details. That's all gonna come in about a few months. I can't say much more about that, but it will be all out in a few months. I have to keep my silence on certain things and just be respectful, even though he didn't show me any respect. But I have to be respectful because we have children. So in a few months, I'll be able to just spill the tea, and I might be court ordered not to show the videos, and I might just not show them because it's not appropriate for my children, or just put myself back in that dark spot. And I don't have that kind of heart. I don't have a black heart. But I will show them to the judge, but I won't post them on my vlog. It's not necessary. But you know what I mean. Anyways, get off that. Forget that. Let's bad karma. Spit that out. Anyways, I forgot to tell you. Where was I? The other day, I went to a Canadian Tire off of Cremacy, and I went in there to get another thing for my security system that I have in my home, and I needed some help because they're so high-tech savvy. When you use a security system that you connect to your TV, you connect to your computers and your phones, and to the next person's computers and phones that is in your dwelling, which would be my daughter, my big daughter, who's been staying with me for the last week and a half, but she's going back home soon. Oh, I'm gonna miss her. But she will be coming back every few days, just to hang out because she's worried about me. She keeps trying to say, Mom, you know what? Now you can go out there. I said, no, girl, back up. No. Now it's me time. It's me time. No. I go to church. I go to work. I go to school. I go to Bible study and prayer meeting. I am good. I don't need anything else in my life except for you guys, God first. No, Mommy's not going out there to do nothing except for those things I just said. Anyways, going back to the Canadian Tire. I went and I got out of the car and I took a cart because, I always grab a cart to lean on because sometimes my knee will just decide, not today, girl, not today. Anyways, I took the cart, and if anybody knows me, I'm a germaphobe. That's why this whole mess that this man brought to my house with the trail of them coming in and out of my house when I was at work, it grossed me out. I scrubbed and sprayed and washed and mopped and broomed and then did it again, all over repeatedly for days, just to get the cigarette smell out of my house, the weed smell out of my house, the dirt, the nastiness off my out of my room, out of my kitchen, off my couch. I scrubbed. I'm actually getting a new couch because the couch has a story too. You'll see it. And I just cleaned, like, I just lost my train of thought. My gosh, story time is getting hard for me, but I love it because I get to spend time with you. Get another cup of coffee or another tea, okay? So listen, I was at the Canadian Tire and I jumped back and forth. Yeah, so I'm a neat freak. Whoever knows me knows I have to. Oh gosh, it's something most West Island children or Caribbean Island people are raised with. You know, taking 3 to 4 baths a day, scrubbing down your house, making sure everything's clean. It's just put into us, so it's stuck with us, right? So anyways, going back to Canadian Tire again. Okay, so I got the cart, and that's where I was. I don't touch the handle in the center, right? I try to hold on the side, like, you know, the edges, or get a Kleenex. I know, don't judge me. And I touch the side, and I'm pushing the cart to go in, and I feel something trickling down my hand. I'm like, oh no, gross, no, don't look, please don't let it be something. And then I look down and it looks like water. So I'm like, ew. So I go right to the sanitizer pump inside the door, and I'm thinking that's what it is. It's probably the sanitizer, the big tub of sanitizer that they have inside the doorway. And somebody probably cleaned the handle and left it, you know, sitting along the edge of the top part of the cart. So I sanitize my hand and I dry it off on a cloth that I had. And I walk in and I go to look for the other parts of my in-house security system. And I have to call for help because there's a whole section. First I went to the wrong section. And then I asked, do you have home security systems section? And the lady's like, yes. So then I get down there and there's a whole bunch. I'm like, I can't, oh my gosh. So, because remember, I already have one, but I wanted to add, actually I have 3. And I know I'm going over, but I had 3, and then I wanted to add 1 or 2 more in my house, and the physical outdoor camera that goes from my house inside, and it can be mounted inside, and I can see everything that's going on down my back, where my back patio is, my shed, my car, everything. So I wanted that too. I don't live in a really safe neighborhood at all, and I just want to protect me and my daughters. But you make do with what you have, right? Okay, so going back to Canadian Tire again. Look how much times I left that story there and went back to, you see what I'm saying? Follow me. That's why I said get another coffee. So I am inside, and I call somebody for help in Canadian Tire. And this young man comes, and he's a real sweetheart, and you know, I'm speaking English because my French is getting better, but it's just that I so he spoke English to me, and and so we go through different parts of the security system, and I kind of wanted to stick with the same security system I already have, but to find the piece I need, it was hard to find. So, you know, he was talking about missing and matching, and he was going on his little thing, his little check scanner and checking and everything like that. And after about 15-20 minutes, now keep in mind, I've already wiped this liquid off my hand. After about 15-20 minutes, my hand starts to go numb. And I thought, oh, because I have bad circulation. So I thought, okay, now that's okay. That's the tingling, like not numb, but the tingling numbness. And I said, okay, I'm used to that, the odd time here and there. But then then all of a sudden, after my fingers started tingling, going numb, and my arm, I started getting dizzy. Now, immediately you think that's a warning for a stroke or a heart attack, and I was just like, no, I didn't panic, because I knew what just happened. So I was like, wait a minute. So as I'm talking to the young gentleman, this one man comes, this person of color comes down, and he's looking from the top of the aisle, then he disappears, he comes around to the other side of the aisle, where the big cases, where all the security systems are. And he stands there and he's looking at me and he's pretending he's texting on his phone, but then he's looking up and down. I'm like, okay, that just feels off, right? But whatever. Then I had my cart behind me, and then he walks past my cart. He's not looking at anything, but he's looking down at the phone, and then he looks up, walks past my cart, and then turns around and stands in front of my cart and stares at me and the gentleman. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Whoa, okay, all right. So I take the cart and I move it closer to me because my purse was in there. I'm not saying he was going to take anything, but you got to be, woo-wee. So he walks away and goes down to the other end, but he keeps walking back and forth at the bottom of the aisle. Then this other man walks past about 5 minutes later, nice, good-looking Caucasian man, and he's at the bottom of the aisle, and he looks up, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're just doing that to come and get the guy who's working with me, who I'm asking questions with, right? He doesn't say nothing to the guy, walks up the aisle and stands beside me and just looking at me. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Now, by this time, my body's overheating and I'm dizzy. He walks away and then he stands right at the top of the aisle and he's staring at me. And I'm like, and he's on his cell phone and then he's looking up and then he goes back to his cell phone and he looks up. And I'm like, okay, no, it's not my imagination. Something's going on. So I tell the young man who's with me, I said, listen, dear, this is what happened when I came in. I touched this liquid stuff and it got on my hand. Do you guys have people that clean your carts with the sanitizer? Do they still do that? He goes, no, we don't have them at this location. And I go, well, I touched this stuff about 15, 20 minutes ago on the cart. I sanitized immediately, but now my arm's hurting, my fingers are tingling, and I'm getting dizzy, and my body's overheating. And he goes, oh, wow. Oh, wow. I go, can you just stay with me, please? Like, hold on. I got to switch hands for a second, guys. Sorry. It's going to be a shadow for a second. Oh, see, I need that stick. Nobody sent me that stick yet. Mail it to me. You know the camera stick. So anyways, I go, can you just stay beside me, please? Because I feel like I'm going to pass out. Like, my body is just going crazy. And it started getting dizzy and my vision started getting a little bit blurry. And I was like, okay, no, this is not norm. This is, And so anyways, he goes, no problem. He goes, but that's not good. I said, I know. And he goes, but you know what's going on with the Kleenexes and car handles and liquid on doors. And I said, yeah. As he's saying this to me, the Caucasian gentleman walks by and another gentleman walked by and they're both staring at me. And I told him, I said, this is weird. And he goes, very weird. And so he stayed with me, no word of lie, almost 30 minutes. And then he walked me to the front because we found the piece that I needed. And he got me to the counter and he goes, if you need anything, just go over here. And I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then I made sure I looked behind me as I was leaving because I don't know where these people were. And I talked to the cashier for a little bit, just in case I was going to drop. And then I walked out with a cart with a group of people going out that none of those three men were in. And I stopped right in front of the door. So that way, if any of them were actually trying to follow me out to the parking lot, I would be able to just dive back into the door. I'm telling you, I had to go and call an Uber, okay? Because I was so afraid to drive. I was so afraid because it was terrible. Like, no word of lie. I'm in the Uber about, 40 minutes later, the symptoms are gone. So I'm thinking it could have been my high blood pressure, but it could have been anything. But then I'm at home and I see it says, be alert, because these are what the stuff does to you. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord God, no way. But if I hadn't have thought fast enough to sanitize my hand and just tell somebody that I touched something on the cart, to ask information if they still sanitize their carts, all that in one shot and tell them that this is what's happening. Imagine if I would have left that stuff on my hand thinking it was sanitizer. I'm telling you, man. God is good. All the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay though. I'm fine. But that was some scary stuff. And then a few days later, don't I see on the news, because I don't usually watch news, it was Facebook, somebody sent it to me. It happened to the woman in Walmart, and one of the Walmart employees was watching her, this whole thing, and then the guys were coming in towards her, and the Walmart employee said, "No, why don't you come inside with me?" And they brought her back inside. Can you imagine? No, thank you. No, thank you. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. Take care of yourself. Be alert. Be aware of your surroundings at all time. And carry your own sanitizer and some Kleenex. I gotta make light of it because it will be scary if I don't. Right? Okay, be right back. So here's a better close-up view. Woo! Here's a better close-up view of the store. I just dropped my Coke bottle right in the middle of the street. Bonjour. Ça va?
Oui, vous aussi.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen one of those in years. Radio. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, un second. That's the name of the place. That's a lady, I've seen her for the last few years. Actually, her and another lady that usually sell from that corner. They usually sell from that corner there. And I'm gonna go get a little wallet just to support her. But I'm not gonna video it. Oh no, it's not out of pity, it's just supporting our little sales, the little neighborhood. So don't mind the hairdo. I'm getting the cleaning house comfortable look going. This is about my dreads. I was gonna say to you. Oh yeah, so before I end this video, I just want to say thank you. Watch, like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for joining me. You know, just going on my little excursions this morning and having coffee and tea with me. You know, also, excuse me, and just listening to the Speaker's Corner. I'll do that occasionally. I love doing that because I can tell you so much stories and whatnot. But I also got to do the Speaker's Corners from the past. Woo-wee! Watch some of my past vlogs. I got some of my greatest reviews from those Speaker's Corners of things from the past that I worked in. Been through, had to do, survived, you know what I'm saying. So thank you for watching Rosie's Way, and please leave a comment in the comment box. If you're going through anything, talk to me. You know, even if you don't use your real name, talk to me. I'm here for you, as you are for me. Okay, God bless. Peace. Again, don't mind the hair, because it's just, I think it looks cute. It's called my house cleaning do. Bye.